Alright guys, so to be honest with you, I don't even know how to start this video, but there's been so many little issues and things happening to the Turbo Corolla that I started making videos and then things got distracted, other things happened, and so on and so forth. But to start the video is honestly fixing the last piece of what I needed to do. But let's go put this little piece back in here that I ended up losing back onto my fuel line, and then we'll go all the way back to when this thing first started having issues. But first, you'll kind of get an introductory to this early on, but I've had a lot of fuel pump issues, and then during the install and uninstall process I lost this clip. So let's get this clip back on there. Alright, so I got that clip snapped back in, and I do want to say, trust me, you do want that clip just in case this fuel line ever comes off. But let's hop back in to when this first started. Hi guys, so today we actually have a few things. This car is pretty much falling apart. I gotta clean the GR Corolla too, at least the interior. I gotta give it a quick vacuum because literally the other day I was driving home from work and I had the windows down and a nice gust of wind literally just decided to blow sand all over my car. I mean, I just got done doing some window visors, but like, look at my seats. The floor mat's not too bad, but like, I don't know if you guys can tell on the dash, but there's literally specks of sand all over this car, and all it took was like 5 seconds, and like literally a bunch of sand just came through. So I want to clean this out before I pull the Corolla out, because my one tire is literally like at 6 psi. I just kind of measured it, but alright, so I got everything pretty much vacuumed up. It's probably like 90%. Not going to be perfect right now, but looks so much better. And it probably could have used a clean anyways, but thanks to all that sand when I was wiping, I left scratches on the glossy trim pieces on here. So, but looks good. Let's pull this car out so that way we can get the Turbo Corolla out of the garage so we can start looking at that wheel, see where we can find that patch. Going over this tire, I think I found the culprit. Hopefully we can get this out of here, and then we can patch this hole up, and then hopefully it'll hold air again. So let's try to somehow get this out of here. Alright, I'm pretty sure, I mean, that thing's leaking quite a bit of air right there, so hopefully we can get that out. I'm thinking like a little flat head or something, and we can try to pry that out and then get some pliers on it. I've never had such a tiny screw in my tire before, especially being embedded like that. Alright, so I just got this out of my tire. So this thing is pretty, I don't even know what this is. I'm gonna assume it was like a head of a nail. But so let's get this thing patched and not leaking any more air. So I just got this thing in, and hopefully I didn't push it in too far, but usually I leave them hanging out, but when I went to go slide it in, it actually went in fairly easy on the second try. The first try, this thing would not go in at all, so I swapped over to a new one. But let's fill this tire up with air, spread this with soapy water, and then we will see if it fixed the leak. Alright, so looking at this, I mean, first off, I need a new bottle, because this trigger sucks, but I don't see any air bubbles coming out, so I think we're good to mount this on. I hope there's no other Nothing else in her tires. I don't see anything, so we'll mount this on the car. Almost forgot the valve stem cover. You know what's crazy is I bought these valve stem covers. I think it was like a AliExpress thing, and they were on my last gray Corolla, and they literally still look brand new. I think I only paid like 99 cents for them. This is what I had pulled out of my wheel. Not sure exactly what it is. I mean, I'm gonna assume that it's just a really worn out screw, but it doesn't have a point on it, so I'm not sure. This was the side that was on the outside of the tire. This is what was on the inside. Comment down below what you guys think that is. As you see, I just got the car towed in. I honestly have no clue what is happening right now. I was literally when I was driving to work this morning, car was acting perfectly fine, no issues. And then I left work, and not even like a mile later, like the car started to sputter a little bit under like any sort of acceleration. And then I came to a stop, and then the car won't start again. So I thought I was maybe out of fuel. I was at like a little less than a quarter tank, but the light wasn't on or anything, and added some fuel to the tank, did nothing. Kind of went through all the fuses, have no clue what is going on, but right now the car just starts or cranks but does not start. So I have a feeling it might be a bad fuel pump, but let me know down below what you guys think, because I just did the fuel pump from Monkey Wrench Racing like a few months ago, but it only has roughly about 1,000 miles on it, so I'm not sure if that's what it is. I did order a can of starter fluid. Surprisingly, I don't have one, so we're gonna nail that out real quick, see if that's the issue. But yeah, right now I can't believe that it just literally stalled out on me and it left me stranded. Oh, that's perfect. Do you think this?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. Good luck on that, man. Hopefully it's just fuel filter.
Yeah, hopefully.
I would check your fuel filter first. Hey, I think
I just replaced.
the lights are on.
Oh, I think it's just because it's locked. They should turn off.
Okay.
So, but no, I just did fuel pump and fuel filter. I'm assuming it might be that. I'm hoping that's what it is. So we are back with the dead Corolla, and I have a can of starter fluid. So we're gonna see if this actually fixes it or not. A lot of people were telling me I was out of fuel. Trust me, I already tried to put more fuel into it and it would not start. So, and I went through and I diagnosed quite a bit of stuff, and I broke my cover even more. But we can get rid of this. And we're gonna try to spray a little bit of starter fluid in here, and hopefully that will fix it. So alright, so let's see if this car will want to crank. Of course the battery's dead, because like I said, I tried to start this car probably like 20 times the other day. So now let's try to start this car. Might need to add a little bit more, but alright, so it did start, but then it stalled out literally within like 5 seconds. So I'm most likely pretty sure that it's going to be fuel related. So I don't know, a lot of people were saying to check the fuel pressure, but I'm not sure if I can actually check the fuel pressure on this fuel rail since it's a stock fuel rail. Let me know down below if I can or not. But yeah, the starter fluid, let it start. Alright, so since we were able to get this car to start on starter fluid, I am assuming it's going to be fuel tank related. So we're going to hop in the back seat. I had already started to take some stuff out. But we're going to take this thing out again and get this whole fuel pump assembly out of here. And swap it with the original one that I got with the other drop-in cartridge thing that came with the filter and everything like that. So let's get all this stuff did and then swap it out with the new pump. Alright, so let's try to take this out without I got the whole assembly out, and I got the original fuel pump that came with this kit. This isn't the original pump that came off the car, but it is the pump that came with the new kit. So we're gonna swap this out and put it in here and see if that fixes it. Alright, so I just got this pump out. This is the one that I took out. This was the performance one from Monkey and Tracing. I swapped it out and put it in here, and I kind of just hand tightened the nut on there. I did not even put the O-ring on there because I just want to make sure everything works. And if it does, then we know it's a fuel pump. If it doesn't, then I have another issue going on. So let's go start this thing, see if it cranks up. So I put the battery tender on for quite a while. So hopefully we got power. Alright, so let's see if I hear anything. I really don't hear anything, but I also don't remember hearing anything the last time I did it either. So, alright, let's see, it should start up. Oh yeah. Now I can hear the pump. The pump did kick on for a second. Alright, so I primed it a few times, so let's see. Alright, you can definitely hear the fuel pump, and it wants to start. There's probably like no fuel at all. So dang, it just doesn't want to stay running. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Like, it sounds like it's like so close to starting and then it just doesn't want to start. And like, I have no check engine lights. idling finally, but And I still have no check engine lights. I'm gonna see if this idle clears up a little bit. But alright, so I guess it does make a difference if you attach your intake and everything like that, because it was reading completely wrong. So, but now, I mean, everything is like half put together, but it is running now. So now I'm pretty sure it's just a fuel pump. So I think I'm gonna have to contact Monkey Wrench Racing and see if they can send me out a new fuel pump. Alright, so as you see, it's kind of getting a little dark, but I just took it around the block. Everything seems to be doing good, feels good. So I definitely would say it was the bad pump. So now we got to try to get the fix fully fixed. So let's see if Monkey Wrench Racing will help me out. But as you see, I had so many things come up with the turbo Corolla. So, but now finally it seems to be running good. All the fuel pump issues are solved. And if you guys are wondering, Monkey Wrench Racing did send me out a refund for the pump. I did not want another pump. So I still have the upgraded pump, which is right here. This is actually, after doing a little research, this is actually a Highlander fuel pump, and that's where they get the extra power from, is because it's rated for a Highlander. So, but if you guys are interested in picking up a fuel pump, supposedly Monkey Wrench Racing is working out the tweaks, and they did go to a new manufacturer to these pumps, but mine was from the new manufacturer. So just be warned if you guys do get a upgraded fuel pump from Monkey Wrench Racing. But overall, it wasn't too bad. It did work for like 1,000 miles and then literally just cut out. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.